Hey, Legend, I noticed that there is legislation being proposed in many states to implement a wealth tax on assets that are held, not liquidated or realized. Can we defer from this end up to federal? Well, uh, we help a lot of people structure their stuff there in Wyoming, and the assets would be held by the LLC in Wyoming, so they would be out of the state that you would be in. Now, if you're in California or some of those states that you're talking about, they're going to get theirs. They're going to figure out a way to do it. The irrevocable trust would probably be the best way to get those assets out of your estate, your taxable estate, and move them into, in Wyoming, you can do 1,000-year trust. A couple other jurisdictions do that as well. I think South Dakota has 1,000 years also. That would be what I would look at doing if you want to continue to live in the state that you currently reside in. If you don't, then moving would also help you on mitigating those taxes. I don't think that stuff's going to get passed. I saw a heat map of where wealth had moved over the past 4 years since COVID. 5 years since COVID. The other day, and New York and California had huge wealth leave both of those states. Texas and Florida got the lion's share of that. Again, no state taxes here in Texas or in Florida. And they're about to remove property taxes there in Florida, which I'm concerned about. I don't know how they're going to be able to pay for their public infrastructure and their law enforcement and other stuff. So that'll be interesting to watch. Here in Texas, we have high property tax. That's kind of the offset that they use to be able to, continue to fund public infrastructure. Which again, I'm okay with paying, like schools and police officers and roads and all that. I want that to be well maintained. I don't know if you guys have ever driven through Oklahoma. Not the best roads there in Oklahoma. Texas, pretty good most of the time. They fill the potholes. They do a good job. But all that being said, you can move, and I don't think that they're going to have unrealized capital gains tax here in the U.S. If they do, it'll continue to force people out of those states, and they will continue to lose revenues. And eventually, they're going to figure out, like, this isn't working. People aren't staying here. They're not going to put up with this crap. So now, my conspiracy theory or my tinfoil hat on that is that they do want people to move out of those states. They want the property values to come down, and they want to implement smart cities in the larger cities in those jurisdictions. So New York, Seattle, San Diego, San Francisco, larger metropolitan areas